Hello everyone and welcome to the very first episode of Let's Forge, and I am very excited about this because, well, it's a new series and hopefully I can finish this entire map and hopefully you guys also like the map. As always, leave me some feedback on your suggestions on what I can do regarding the series, or hell, maybe even the map. If you see something that you don't like, just let me know. Maybe I'll listen to your feedback and change the map up a bit. Anyway, the map I will be making is called Dead Silence, or at least I'm gonna call it Dead Silence. It was kind of a coin toss between Dead Silence and Gary Station, but eventually I just went for the more serious route. Anyway, this map's name is actually taken from a Halo 4 map that I never finished from a while back because I kind of just gave up on Forge back then. I just played other games, and because the MCC was almost coming anyway, so I figured, why keep forging anyway, in Halo 4 at least. I've actually shown some people Dead Silence back in Halo 4, but this is not gonna be the same map. I'm just using the same name because I could have used the old design I had. Basically, it was like a sewer themed map in erosion, but it's an erosion, so it's only gonna work in that canvas, and since we don't really have something like that here in H2A, I'm just gonna use the name instead. Anyway, this is gonna be a Dead Space themed map because, well, I love Dead Space, and I recently played a couple missions of Dead Space 2 back in the 360 because that was the day when our internet kind of crapped out and I couldn't get online, so I just plugged the old Xbox 360 on and just played some old school missions of Dead Space 2, and I kind of got inspired because I was already feeling stuck because I didn't know what to make for my Let's Forge, but I think it was destiny that led me to starting this map because I had zero inspiration for my new map, and one day my internet just decided, you know what, I'm gonna stop working today, Zanny. You better get on Dead Space 2 and play some offline missions and get inspired, and that is exactly what happened, which is why, I'm making my space themed map. I'm still debating on whether or not I'm gonna use a filter to make it dark. I probably won't, just to make the map a little more visible, or sorry, not visible, but make players see better, because the nebula's already pretty dark and the last thing it needs is to get darker. Anyway, I feel like I've been rambling on too much about Dead Space 2 and what started this map and whatever. But yeah, I'll just start talking about the map. Basically, what I'm trying to make here is a tunnel. It is a space tunnel, and it will be halfway finished, and this map will have kind of a destroyed-ish look to it. I mean, I've always wanted to create a map that's completely intact, none of that destroyed crap, but sometimes it just really works towards the forger's favor because it allows for a little more creativity and a lot of really cool areas of the map. So right now what I'm freehanding is the destroyed part of the tunnel, so this tunnel will only be 2 teleporter frames wide, and I think that's the proper length. As for where the tunnel ends off or breaks off, I was kind of planning on not ending the map there, because I think that would be kind of awkward. I was kind of thinking I could do a zero gravity kind of thing. Well, I can't do zero gravity because we can't actually do that in Halo, but I can lessen the gravity so it'll feel more like the players are floating, at least in that area, not throughout the entire map. Later on, you're gonna see me build the other part of the tunnel, or what it's supposed to connect to before it got destroyed, and players will be able to jump float. Jump float, is that a thing? But when they can jump from where this tunnel ends to that other tunnel. It sounded like a really good idea to me in paper when I was still planning the map, and when I finished forging this first area, it looked pretty good, but only gameplay will tell if it does work out for me. Right now I am just filling in the gap at the tunnel with some 1x1 tall and thins, but I don't know about you guys, but I personally love these pieces. I try and use them in pretty much all of my maps, in both my competitive and infection maps. Hell, if I made a minigame, I'm gonna fucking use that piece all day, every day. And I actually loved its texture back in Halo 4. It had kind of a wire thing, or it had some pipes to its side, except now it's just a basic block. But I still love it, still awesome. Right now I am spawning the trait zone that will be giving the 0G feel, not 0G, but lower gravity feel in this area, because this will be where the jump is. The players will be able to jump from where this tunnel ends to the other side. I plan on making this jump really risky, not necessarily in distance, but because the way I think about it, if let's say a human player and then a infected player both meet while in their jump, if they get stalled mid-jump, they won't be able to jump to the other side, and then they're just gonna fall off the map. so it kind of gives this tunnel area a very risky feature in the map that I'm just praying will work. I really hope it works. Anyway, for the lower gravity effect, I just lowered it to 50% gravity. I hope I did the right thing. If any of you are more experienced in creating, you know, lower gravity areas of your maps, just, I don't know, maybe post in the comments or just let me know in some way, because I tried gravity volumes, those did not work, so I just used a trade zone set to 50% player gravity instead. That seemed to work more for my favor. Right now I'm just trying to find the proper distance for the jump between this platform and the other one. I didn't want to make it too long because that would add even more risk to an already very open area, or you know, at least I plan on making it very open, because it's gonna be a way to traverse from one area of the map to the other side, which, you know, if you're planning on just walking it, it could take you a while. If you want to get there quickly, you're gonna use the very risky space jump, is what I'm gonna call it now. By the way, if you guys think I should have shown more progress in this map, at least in this video, let me know in the comments, because I tried to keep the video to 10 minutes long. I didn't want to make too long of a video because, well, there's the rendering time, there's the upload time, and with my Puerto Rican Wi-Fi, as my friends like to call it, that it's a pain in the ass. And I will be rendering this one actually at 720p just to make things easier for me, because I don't think you guys are gonna watch at 1080p anyway. I just upload 1080p when the videos aren't too long, but anything 10 minutes above, I will just use 720p. I hope you guys don't mind. Right now, if you're seeing the wall doubles and cringing, fear not, because I've already made up my mind that I'm gonna use a different piece. I think I already know what I'm gonna use, but definitely not the wall doubles. I don't want to put too many of those in my maps. If you're wondering what I have against wall doubles, it's just that I just don't like them. I just don't like flat pieces, you know? Even if it's a wall single, if it's a 3x3 flat, a 2x2 flat, I just don't like using flat pieces. So for example, if I have to place some blocks down and I need them to be thin, I don't use the flat piece, I use the short version instead, and then just try to work my way around it. And I only resort to using the flat piece when there's possibly no other alternative. As you can see right now, I am getting rid of the wall double, not because it's flat, but because I think the bridge extra large, or the bridge large, has a better texture, and I need this map to be metal as much as I can. And by that I mean I just need to use as many metal textures as I can without the map's frame rate going to shit, because the block pieces use concrete, or you know, stone, and that's not really something that you're gonna see in space stations. Here I'm just testing out the height of the ceiling, and I had to raise it a couple times, so it's no longer 100% fit here in the tunnel, but I still think that it still looks pretty good. So unless I get too many complaints, I don't think I'm gonna be rearranging the entire tunnel just to accommodate the ceiling, the new ceiling height, I mean. So that's actually a tip for you guys. If you're making any map, maybe competitive or infection, make sure that the ceiling is well, basically you have to make sure that players don't hit the ceiling when they jump. I'm usually pretty good at preparing for stuff like that, but I don't know what happened to me in this map. I just completely forgot about it, and you know, whatever, brain fart happens to everyone. Now, from what I've noticed while I'm commentating over this video, I have spent a lot of time just fine-tuning some other details in the map and not really forging new areas. I will hope to fix that in the next Let's Forge episode. It's just that this is the way I forge. You know, I don't move to a new area until everything in the previous area is inch perfect. One way to fix that, like I was talking about earlier, is to make, well, longer videos. I mean, this video is already 10 minutes long. I was actually kind of thinking about maybe shortening it down to 7 minutes, but you know, 10 minutes I'd say pretty decent, and anything longer than that, some of you guys might just click out before the video even finishes. So I think maybe I will just fast forward the areas where I'm just fine-tuning the map's details, like making sure everything aligns, and then go back to 2 times speed when I'm reforging, or you know, forging new areas of the map. So just let me know what you guys think of that idea, or if you have your own idea, let me know as well, because this is, like I said, the first episode of Let's Forge, so hopefully I will have some stuff to improve on, because, well, you know, firsts are always messy. You know, first test of a map, first episode of a series, first of other stuff. Anyway, now I am going to be fine-tuning the destroyed end of the other side of the tunnel, and as you can see, this other tunnel, I made it have a turn just so that the sight line from the other tunnel wouldn't be too long, and so that players can take cover. And lastly, this is actually where I ended off with the map, and there's nothing else that I've done to it. I added that little platform at the bottom, and this is gonna be a lower platform that is connected with the central area of the map. Anyway, this is actually where I'm going to end the video, and this is also where I ended the map. I've done nothing more to it. If you guys have any feedback regarding my new series, just leave it in the comments or whatever. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.